Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just going to share my screen with you all. Just give me a second. So yeah, thank you all for being here today, and thank you for Paul for asking me to be here. My name's Lauren, and I am from a company called Primary Goal. We're an independent training provider specialising in digital apprenticeships for schools. And the reason I've been asked here today is to talk about our Digital Champion programme. So going back to what Paul said earlier in terms of those 7 pillars. So this is where really your support and your training fits in. So as a company, what we've done is we've took an apprenticeship standard off the shelf, support technician, and we've specialised this to be a digital champion programme that takes schools on that digital transformation journey. So the programme is designed all around supporting digital literacy, the adoption of those cloud technologies. We've had Google speak today. It's all about looking at that deeper dive into Google, the deeper dive into the Microsoft Office 365, online safety, and all linking that back to your school's wide digital transformation strategy. So our role as the training provider is to support that individual, that digital champion in your school, to develop those knowledge, skills and behaviours against their apprenticeship standard. And to do that, they would have a dedicated work-based coach. Interestingly, actually, Paul mentioned that Damien Hines strategy document, and all of our curriculum has been taken inspiration from that strategy document. It's called the Realising the Potential of Technology in Education strategy. So all of the modules that your digital champion on this course completes are all mapped back to that digital transformation document. So those modules include things like people, processes and roles to drive change as a champion. So that's looking at things like a cultural change, how we can support our staff on that change management journey, on that digital transformation journey within the school. The second module is how technology supports teaching and learning. And I always say this is a nice, exciting module. It's how we can actually use technology in the lessons as a resource to improve student engagement and improve student outcomes. So it's looking at things like how we can use technology with SEN pupils, English as an additional language, how we can introduce robotics into the curriculum. Have we got a high quality computing curriculum for our students? So looking at all of those things of how technology makes a positive impact in the teaching and learning environment. The third module is digital infrastructure and using the cloud. And I always say this digital champion is not here to replace your IT team. They're not there to be an IT technician. What they are there to do is be that conduit, somebody on the ground who understands the importance of moving to the cloud, understands the importance of using technology in a teaching and learning capacity or using technology throughout the school. And they're there to be that conduit with your IT team. So to go back and say, as a teaching and learning, we want to implement Minecraft for education in the classroom. How can we do that? How can I train the staff? How can we make sure that app is ready for my classroom delivery? And then the fourth unit is information security. So we've talked about there in terms of data. So the importance of data within an educational context, looking at data, looking at GDPR, looking at what data we can pull from a teaching and learning perspective. So I know the Google's spoken today, so looking at that G Suite analysis and really looking at that and saying, how are we utilising this data in an educational context? So they're the 4 modules that they complete. So it is a blended learning programme. So they complete a mixture of live sessions and some flipped learning for that apprenticeship programme. Now we realise we're not experts in education, and that's why this is a partner programme. We bring in those collaborative partners like the likes of Tablet Academy, who are those expert educators in Office 365, in Google in the classroom. And they provide all of that expert training for your digital champion. And then obviously I've put Levett Consultancy on there because it is a partner programme. It's making sure that the IT, the infrastructure, the network is in place before you take your digital champions on this journey of digital transformation. All of that's got to be in place, and that's got to be secure, it's got to be safe, and it's got to be functional. So as I'm probably speaking, you're probably thinking of somebody in your organisation, in your school, who actually is perfect for this digital champion programme. They tend to be passionate about technology. They tend to be kind of the person all of your teachers already go to learn about different apps that are going on, or somebody who really understands the importance of technology in the classroom. Now, this is the great thing about the programme. We've took that apprenticeship standard and it's the utilisation of your apprenticeship levy. So a lot of schools already are paying into that apprenticeship levy pot, and this programme is fully funded through that apprenticeship levy. If you're a school on here who doesn't pay into that apprenticeship levy, then we are working with larger organisations, like, for example, Amazon off the top of my head, and as part of their corporate social responsibility, they want to fund this programme for schools and for these digital champions through a levy transfer scheme. So if you don't pay into that levy pot, then we've got some options available for you in terms of those funding routes. But yeah, it's an upskill opportunity. So you can nominate, for example, a teaching assistant. You might have a teacher who's passionate about the use of technology. We've even got some senior leaders on here who are trying to take their digital strategy forward. And we've even got some head teachers on this programme who understand that they need to implement that digital strategy and take their staff on that practical digital transformation journey. So yeah, as I'm already speaking, you're probably already thinking of somebody in your school who might be perfect for this. And to be eligible for the programme, they just need to have no prior IT qualifications, because we need to make sure and demonstrate that we're teaching them enough knowledge, skills and behaviours to come onto the programme. So yeah, that's the programme in a nutshell. My contact details are down here below, or obviously you can go through Levett Consultancy, but it's giving your staff that upskill opportunity to become digital champions in your school to take that digital strategy forward. Thank you for listening to me. And yeah, if you want to contact me on those contact details or go through Levett Consultancy, I'll be happy to speak to anybody about the programme in more detail.